Hello. Why you should specialize. This really goes for anything and everything. And it's not always obvious that specializing is the right choice. Excuse me while I adjust this camera. I am a programmer, in case you haven't figured that out. And I like being a programmer. I haven't done it for very long. Like 4 years, 4.5 years. And I've already managed to accomplish quite a bit. Managed to develop a program that's doing quite well on GitHub to the general public. And I've managed to land a pretty good job in the software development community, research and development. And managed to, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, I feel like the only way I've been able to accomplish all these things is by deciding to specialize. And my choice of specialization is C++. So you can ask me pretty much anything about C++, and I'll probably know the answer, or probably know how to do it. And the only reason I know it is because I non-stop research C++, non-stop program in C++. If I were to switch to a different language every once in a while and learn a little bit of this, a little bit of that, I would only know a little bit of C++, and I would not have been able to develop my program that is doing well on GitHub, and I would not have been able to land this job. I know for sure I wouldn't have been able to land this job because the interview was very C++ specific, and I had to whiteboard some stuff in C++, and I knew how to do all this stuff because I had done it so many times, and because I had hashed it over so many times. Because the question that I was asked was a pretty common thing, but if you've only done it once or twice, you won't remember off the top of your head without looking it up. But if you've done it, I don't know, 10, 20, 30 times, and you have to support it in a program you've already made, then you know how to do it, and you can nail it, and you can talk all kinds of shop about the thing you're specializing in, and really let other people know that you are as good as it sounds like, because you know all these little intricate details. It's not like that if you don't specialize. So that's pretty much the reason why you should pick a language and you should stick with it. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't try other ones. There is definitely value in exploring other languages, but you should still have a main one that is the one you want to know every single little thing about. And the others, it should be more of like your ones to dabble in, to go do some hello worlds in, maybe some small projects, but don't spend too much time on them, because then you're taken away from your main. This can be related to anything. For this particular video, this particular channel, I'm talking about picking a coding language or a programming language. But I remember back in the day when I played World of Warcraft, it was the same thing. All the biggest guilds that were conquering the biggest, latest bosses and getting all the best gear, they would only accept people who played on their mains primarily. You can have alts, but if you spend a significant amount of time on your alts, you would be rejected. And the exceptions to that were about the same as the exceptions in real life. Okay, you can go branch out and get really good at something else, but not until you're like at the maximum you can be on your main. It's interesting how the concepts of WoW and becoming a top-notch raider are like the same as programming. I never really thought of that till I started saying it in this video, but it is sort of true. Like in WoW, this is how it was for me anyway, once your main was as decked as he could be, you really had nothing more to gain from playing him. You were as good as you could get pretty much. You had all the gear you could possibly get pretty much. Then it's time to start playing on your ult. And I think it's a lot like that for programming too. Once you're about as good as you can get at your language and there's really not much more for you to learn, then it's time to start branching out, really branching out hard and picking another secondary main. If you choose to specialize in something, everything surrounding it gets easier. If you get really, really good at one language, the other languages become easier, because a lot of the stuff, like, it's similar. So you already have some parallel knowledge that sort of relates. So if you get really good at C++, and then you go to learn Python, usually it's the other way around. People usually start with something like Python. But anyway, the point is, if you're really good at C++ and you've never touched Python, as soon as you pick up Python, you're going to know all these little things about programming, about structuring data, and about the order of the way things should go, and just little stuff like that. You're going to know it already, because it's going to, a lot of this stuff is like cross knowledge, and it's like that a lot for other stuff in real life too. You get really good at one thing, you suddenly have all this additional knowledge that you can bring to other places too. When you go do something else, you take all that cross knowledge and you're already ahead of the game. So it really pays to just stick with one thing, and it pays in more than just getting good at that one thing. You in turn also get pretty good at all the things that are sort of like it. So there it is. Thanks for watching my video. I hope you like and subscribe. If you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to hit the bell so you can become notified when I upload them. Sorry for the background noise, or maybe some people enjoy it. I am driving right now. That tends to be the time I make these sort of videos, because I have a lot of time to think and ideas come to mind when I'm driving. See you in the next one. Peace out.